Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you'd like to see how I got this beachy sort of textured lob hairstyle, then go ahead and keep watching. I've definitely learned a few tips and tricks to really get more of that undone look and have the curl last multiple days, which is really important because I don't know about you, but I am pretty lazy with washing my hair, so I like to keep the hairstyle going as long as possible, if you know what I mean. And I've stepped on my hair. This is what it looks like. Pretty flat and straight and just blah. What I like to do is just section off my hair into 3 sections, and so just take this up and clip my hair up like so, just so I have these bottom pieces like down like that. And I like to use, I'll go anywhere from 380 degrees to 400 on this. I know that's probably just so bad for my hair, but you know, like, there's worse things in life, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so I don't know why, but I like to start with the back. And I will take my curling iron and I will point it down. And I will just wrap it around. And I will leave the tip of it out, like so, because I don't want the very ends of my hair to be curled, because I just think that it just gives a different look. When you keep them out, it looks, I think, more natural and more just like that undone beachy look. So as you can see, that's what that looks like. And I'll just kind of move it to the side. I try not to touch it that much as it's just cooling, so that it will hold the curl longer. So then I'll just take another piece. And as you can see, like, I'm not really paying attention to how big or small the pieces I'm grabbing are. I'm just kind of like winging it as I go, especially since these are the underneath hairs. They're not going to be shown as much anyway, so I don't think it matters that much. But for this one, if you noticed last time I took the curling iron back, I'm going to alternate it this time. So instead of going back, I'm going to take my curling iron in front, still pointing it down, and I'm going to curl towards my face and hold it there. And what I found is that when you alternate the directions of the curl, it just helps the curls stay separated, and so they don't like conglomerate into one like cutesy curl. I definitely find that that helps a lot, and it also adds a lot more body and a lot more volume to the hair. So this one, now the curling iron's behind, and I'm going around and holding it there. Okay, so once we have that bottom layer done, I'm just going to take out my hair, and I'm going to kind of just run my fingers along my crown and take out not all of my hair, but the middle section. And go ahead and clip this back. Alright, and so now that these are down, just kind of find straight hairs again. And again, starting from the back, just take a chunk, curling iron, and this one I'm going to put it in front, and again, just wrap it around, leaving the tip out. And for this one, once you kind of move to like the top layers of your hair, the underneath ones I feel like don't really matter as much. But these ones, no matter which way it falls, like if the next hair was supposed to be frontwards based on the pattern, because it's so close to my face, I just think it like lays prettier and looks nicer doing these hairs away from your face. So I always, regardless, turn these ones away. And I'll just kind of smooth it out and hold it longer, and there. And notice how for these ones closer to my face, I kind of, I'll do it again, brought the curling iron closer to my face as I wrapped it around, and almost like just raked it through and pulled it towards my face. And I found what that does is it makes it lay a lot more nicely and smoothly, especially once I let these top pieces down. I just think that makes a really nice difference of the way it lays. whatever part you want to do. And for the top layer, I like to curl all of the pieces away from my face. I just think it, I don't know, I just think it looks nicer and lays better. So I'll take it and wrap it around. I like to break up this chunk into as many different pieces as possible and curl them individually, because I find that when you do that, the curl lasts longer and it gives it more body. I can't explain it, but I'll show you what I mean. So I will go ahead and take like that much out. And these again will always be wrapped away from my face around the curling iron. So I'm wrapping, and I like these to have a looser look, so I won't wrap them as tightly, and I will leave a lot more of the hair out at the end, and I will just kind of wiggle the curling iron back and forth through my hair, and then just let it go. And you can see, well, hopefully you can see that when I did that up here, it just kind of lifted the hair and brought it up away from my face, and I find that that just really helps give you body and makes your hair not so flat, which I'm all about. So then I will take this piece, and I like to also like take my curling iron and just kind of use it as a straightener and just really smooth down the hair up by my part, because I find this is where I tend to get frizzy, and it's like the second I go outside it just is like frizz puff, and if I do this it really helps contain that issue. So I'll do that, and then again I wrap it around, and for the very front piece I only wrap it around twice, and I like to again just kind of rake my curling iron through. You can just see I'm leaving quite a bit out. But yeah, I'll just rake it through and let it out, and it just creates, I don't know, it goes from like curly to like a more looser wave in the front, and I think that just looks so much more natural than having like sharp ringlets at the front of your face, for if you're going for like that beachy look at least. So after I've curled my hair, I like to go in with the Batiste Dry Shampoo, and I'll just lift up sections of my hair and just give it a good spray. I'll focus a lot like in the front, because that is where I tend to get the most oily, and that's also where I want a lot of the volume. So just go in, some sprays, just really focusing at the roots, and then I'll do like one just kind of like around the front today. And with this, as you can see, it does, like, especially right there, ooh, it leaves a white cast to the hair, but once you rub it in, it completely disappears. But I like to just kind of like let that hang out for a few seconds to kind of soak in. And then I'll just go in with my hands and shimmy it out. So you can already see that it just is giving it a lot more life and body, and is looking a little less like ringlety with the dry shampoo. So then after that, I like to go in with a texturizing spray just to help, again, add body, add fullness, and get more of like that grit going on. Right now, I'm using the Moroccan Oil Dry Texture Spray. This one smells really good, and I mean, I like it. It doesn't make my hair feel greasy or sticky, which I love. So I'll just take this and, again, lift up my hair, spraying it through. And you can see I sprayed like a pretty generous amount, and it's nice that it does not make your hair stick together or super greasy or anything like that. And then again, I'll just shake my hair. And what I like to do is actually like kind of rake my fingers through the roots, because I really like the majority of like the thickness and the texture to be at the bottom of the hair. So I'll just kind of like run my fingers through. And I used to be afraid like, man, I'm just like taking out all the work I just did. But it honestly, it just looks more natural. And I've found that the more wavy it is and the less like actual curl it looks like, the more it just has that like bedhead look, and I really like that. I don't know. And maybe I feel like I'm just like babbling on. And last but not least, I always like to add the Moroccan oil because I'm obsessed. I'll just take, you know, quite actually a generous dollop of that bad boy. Okay, that was maybe too generous. Maybe too generous. I'll just rake it at the ends, and I also really like to focus the product around my bang area and around my ears, because for whatever reason, right here in my bang area is really what tends to frizz up and just likes to not behave, you know? Of course it'd be the pieces in front, you know. You can see I did actually go back and put the excess up at my roots, and like I said, this stuff just never weighs your hair down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And throughout the day it's nice because you can just kind of give it a little zhuzh and it really just livens back up. I found that the combination of these two are just, I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any tips on how to get beachy texture waves, feel free to comment below. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.